My name is Andrew Bondenhubel, and today I want to clear up my video from yesterday that I uploaded about the Bible and its relevance. It's such a controversial topic, anything about the Bible, because it was written to be that way, for one. And for two, people get so attached to their interpretations of it that it just creates conflict, much like language or words, definitions, and even to that point, opinions, So, and what I'm trying to do is just break it down to the simplest form, and that's what the character Jesus role was in that book, was a simple man of truth. And by living that simple way, you create conflict, and you don't even have to. That's what I have problems with, is like, just by trying to live freely and cause no harm and tell no lie, it creates a conflict with others, not with others, but in others, in others that don't understand the level that I'm speaking at, and others are speaking at too. But it creates it in others, which reflects it back into the physical, as that makes them want to cause harm. They cannot dispute the information, but they will attack the man or woman speaking it. And I don't have to look any further than Raymond Karchevsky and his website, arkenterprises.com. You guys go there. Anybody that's watching this and goes there and just start reading some of the articles and some of the ways that he's been attacked and unheard, because he's tried several different ways of getting his message out there. And this is what happens to simple men and women that are just trying to live their lives as free sovereign beings. And you can't, because other people's egos and intellects think that they have this authority. And that's ultimately what I'm understanding the Bible to be about. That if we are to eliminate this illusion of authority, then that book would not have any relevance whatsoever. There wouldn't be a religion based around Jesus. There wouldn't be any conflict within that religion, or all types of different sects, like Baptists or Methodists. You wouldn't have all that, because it would come to one simple understanding that there's no authority. You are the author, the authority of your own life. We don't need no King James version. We don't need any of that, really. Because if there was no authority in the beginning, that book would never be written. And then we could get back to our instinctual ways of life, and that is sovereign men and women of peace. If you tell no lie, there's no reason to cause any harm. If you cause no harm, there's no reason to tell any lie. Plain and simple. Do unto others. These are simple, basic life rules, laws from Creator. These are the unseen, the occulted laws that of morality. This is how we change the world, is by coming to these understandings as individuals, not cramming it down other people's throats, but getting them to overcome their mind controls, the way that they're controlled by these books, by these stories, myths, governments. These are all illusions. They're all illusions. The only thing that gives them any relevance is our way of thinking in the physical. And it can be eliminated. It can be. I'm not saying that it's going to be any sort of utopia. I'm not that naive to think that it's going to be 100% eliminated, because there are people that are always going to want to control somebody. But if everyone has the grasp of authority not being legit, they're just going to be crybaby little bitches living out somewhere on their own. If every man and woman and child was taught this stuff, they would struggle and they would suffer. That they created on their own, because their intellects are so involved into the way that they think life should be, the way they want it to be, that they'll create things like money just to keep them in power. And our dumbasses follow it, believe it. Believe is the enemy of knowing. So if we keep on believing, then we keep on recreating something of somebody else, from somebody else's bullshit. Pardon me, my language is getting strong in this video, but I'm really passionate about this because these are discoveries that I've come to make on my own, through help, with some help of people like Raymond Karchevsky and Brandon Sibley, the Big Sib, Cracking the Code, the third edition. These are things that I've just been able to meditate on, to be able to contemplate and concentrate my attention and to seek the truth of it all. And the truth of it all is that authority has no role here with us. The only way it has power is if you, me, give it to it. We need to stop giving it power, and we can start taking this world back, because it's not just a country that we need to take back now, it's a world. This is a world event that's going on right now. You understand that with COVID, that event, this chapter in his story, their history that they're writing. Am I saying that they're not creating germs for germ warfare or anything? No, I'm not. But I'm saying that if we live our lives as free, peaceful people, then what does it matter? Do you really want to be in a world that you're so controlled of? Is that really worth stooping to their level and living the way that they want you to live? To be so controlled that you're just living backwards? You just have this idea of it's evil. When you live backwards, it's evil. Spell it out. Live forward. make progression, not poisonous progression. We need to move forward in our evolution, in our psychologies, in our way that life can be worth living in. And we don't have to live in fear doing it. I'd rather live the life that I want to live peacefully than to live in fear. And that's what the ultimate, that's another big ultimate part of the Bible. Look at Jesus. He'd rather live freely and die on a cross than to live their way, than to pay their taxes, than to whatever. He didn't want to stoop to their level. He died for it. That's the level of consciousness. That's a Christ consciousness. You understand that? That's how we can truly evolve as men and women. Anyways, think about that stuff. Thanks for listening.